We are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Day 20 of my morning walks. And welcome to September. Hard to believe it's already September. If you are catching my replay, the replay of this, I appreciate that. Just started out on my walk this morning. It is Monday morning, September 1st, Labor Day, and we're out for our morning walk. A little chilly this morning. Looking in the creek, see if I can see my crane. I haven't seen the crane in a few days. Saw one flying yesterday morning, but haven't seen one down in the creek in the past few days. So day 20 in a row out taking a morning walk with Dave, old guy Hustle. Labor Day Monday. Quiet so far this morning. There's a few people popping in. Good morning to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am out on my morning walk. I've been doing this every day now this is day 20 of me coming out, taking a little 2-mile walk just to get me going in the morning, get me started. Part of my getting busy living strategy. And it helps with the motivation. If I wasn't doing this, I would be sitting at home with a cup of coffee and a cigarette and wasting time scrolling through YouTube. But this gets me going in the morning, gets the blood flowing, gets the mind going, and helps me to start my day off a little bit better. Got a few people, it looks like, in the live stream. Drop a comment in there, say hello. Double tap the screen for me. Punch me in the nose a couple times to tell me good morning. There's somebody that double tapped. I'm a 65-year-old man who has struggled with just not being very productive, and doing this every morning has helped to get more done during the day. gets me out and away from the distractions that are so easily had nowadays. Ray likes to dunk. Good morning. Welcome to you. Happy September to you. JB says hi. Hello. Good morning. Glad to have you here this morning. September 1st, Labor Day. I am heading out. I just started on a walk. I do this every day. This is day 20 of me doing it and streaming while I'm doing it. And it's part of my get busy living strategy. The movie, I get that from the movie Shawshank Redemption, where they're in jail and he says, or prison, he says we have two choices, or I guess we have a choice. We can either get busy living or get busy dying. I've struggled with procrastination, depression, and the past couple of years I've been more busy dying than I have been living. So trying to make a shift in that. And these walks are definitely helping, just to get me going a little bit in the morning. I am happy to have everybody here this morning. Like I said, if you drop a hello in the chat, I would appreciate it. Also, double tap that screen, punch me in the nose a couple times. You can do that as well, and that helps as well. Helps with the algorithm, helps with my motivation, all of that. So, good morning, sir. Rodney Bob, hello. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here this morning. Amari, are you somewhat related to Colonel Sanders? No. This little thing? No, I am not. I like Colonel Sanders. Good morning. Yeah. Colonel Sanders is a pretty good guy. Look what he did. And then KFC. That's funny. I like that. Put a smile on this old guy's face. Good morning. Cheerful people out here this morning. If you just popped in, I am here. I'm out on a little trail. It's a mile long, mile from one end to the other. I walk to one end, turn around, and walk back. It's right behind my house, so it's real easy to get to, convenient for me, and I can walk there in about 2 or 3 minutes and be on the trail and walk it. So someone suggested I started out earlier in the day, and I thought, well, this trail would be the perfect place. Hi, Uncle. Hello. Oh, there goes a deer. He's just right down here by the trail. Anybody see him up in there? He's just standing there. There he is. Couple of deer up in there.
Are they in there? The deer?
Yeah, right there. There's two of them up there. Right behind that first tree there. Yeah. Yeah. There's another one a little bit further back.
Is that a buck? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a buck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other one, and that's a doe. The other one is a buck. What are y'all looking at? That's what I saw when we was coming down, but he was flying. All I saw was his tail.
Y'all have a good day. There he goes. All right. Yeah, we'll get to see some deer this morning. Oh yeah, there's the buck standing back there. I don't know if you can see him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, see those antlers? He's getting some antlers on him. Mainly. What do you think of that, buddy? What do you think of that picture? That's what I'm seeing this morning. Down here in Georgia. I don't hunt, so not that big a deal. I mean, as far as hunting them, I don't care about it, or don't mind. If you want to hunt, that's fine. But I just think it's cool to see them. How are you this morning, mainly? Did you get all that lumber milled yesterday? Looked like some hard work. Yeah, nature's awesome either way. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just to sit back and enjoy it and look at it, or if you're using it for, what's the word, sustenance. Either way, I think it's perfect for us. Pretty tired, but didn't stop till 10:30 last night. Started installing the rafters. Wow, that's cool. I mean, you just use that lumber as soon as you cut it? Does it dry and shrink on you and curl and bend and all that? I know I asked you yesterday what size you were cutting them. You said you actually just cut them straight to 2x6. I would imagine you're tired. I was getting tired watching you yesterday. And all I was doing was holding up a 4-ounce cell phone. So you install it green. Okay. That was fun to watch yesterday. I was watching for a while and I turned it off, went and did some stuff, came back, I don't know, an hour later, maybe a little bit longer than that, and you're still at it. I was like, damn. "50 degrees and beautiful there." And I think it's in the upper 60s here. A few clouds, but sun's going to be shining all day. I think it's supposed to get up in the low 80s today, which down here in Georgia, low 80s is cool weather. Five-hour live, wow. Someone suggested to me one time that I live stream like my cleaning up the bushes and stuff. I could do a few hours there that way if I needed to or wanted to. It does help with the watch hours and getting the watch hours up. My most watched as far as watch hour videos or my live streams right now. So I definitely should. Yeah, but see, when I do those videos of me cleaning up the yard, and I can time lapse it. It makes it look like I'm actually working hard. I can fool the viewers to think I'm working hard. 13K views and over 100 watch hours. Yeah, wow. Wow, maybe I should. That's intriguing right there. Well, happy September to you. It's hard to believe it's already September 1st. Less than 4 months till Christmas. Yeah, people do like to watch other people work. A little bit of a breeze this morning. No, I dare say the Xmas word. You don't want to think about it coming that soon. Good morning.
Good morning. Sydney's about to take a trench then.
Let's see. Is that Muhammad that just popped in here? If I recognize that sign on correctly. Welcome to you. Morning. Yeah, it's cool enough down here that I have to put on a little hoodie. Gotta get back to the work, bro. Have a great walk in Labor Day. Thank you, Mainly. Appreciate you hopping in. You're welcome anytime to come in. I'll watch for you to go live. You gonna go live today? But I do appreciate you. Peace, brother. We are hitting the halfway point. Sun's starting to come up. There's a little bit of clouds up there. More over this way. But gonna be a nice day today down here in Georgia. Dan, afternoon from Romania, like for old America. Hi Dan, welcome to the live stream from Romania. My ancestry is from Hungary. On my mother's side, both my grandparents were born in Hungary. Pretty sure you're neighbors with them. Sorry, I'm not real great with geography. my mother and her two sisters went with my grandmother back to Hungary. Oh yeah, I remember you. Yeah. Sorry. There's triggers that hit in the brain, and the Transylvania. Yeah. But yeah, my mother and her two sisters both took my grandmother back to Hungary back in 1976, 77, somewhere around there. Please time. What time is it? It's about 7:25 in the morning. Reagan. Your name is Ashish. Country's name is India. Well, welcome to India. I am in Georgia, United States. I welcome you. I am a 65-year-old man. Been doing this. This is day 20 in a row of me coming out and walking. It's a little 2-mile walk. And it just helps get my mind going in the morning, get my body going, the blood flowing. Thanks for saying your name. You're welcome. But yeah, it just helps out. I'm sorry, I do not speak Hindi. This is a good way to learn though. Learn English. One. Like and subscribe. Absolutely. Double tap that screen for me. Punch me in the nose a couple times. If you weren't here earlier, we saw a couple deer this morning already. Looked like a buck and a doe. The one had antlers. Had a couple deer down here earlier when I was walking out this way.
Good. I'll keep an eye out for
Yeah, yeah. One's starting to get some antlers.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah. In your country, there's the sunset. It's evening there. Yeah, it's about 7:30 a.m. in the morning here. So. This is about where we saw the deer. Maybe not. I am 65. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Happy September.
Yeah.
How long do I walk daily? It's 2 miles, a little over 2 miles. I walk to the trail, which is just right behind my house, but I have to kind of walk around the block to get to the trail, but the trail is 2 miles long, so a little over 2 miles. Is evening in your village? Okay. Yeah, it's morning here. Chalker, yes. 5:01. Okay. I'm 5:01 in the evening. Chalker, yes, I think you asked how old I was and how far I walk. I'm 65. I walk 2 miles a day. This is my 20th day in a row of doing this and live streaming from it. I've walked this trail before, but not every day. Yeah, it's a good way to start the day. I'm looking for the deer that I saw earlier, see if they're back out. Camera footage. Good luck. May God give you good health. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's where I saw the deer earlier. It was right up in there. They went off hiding. Oh. Good morning. I appreciate that. Shocker. It's been good to me so far, being out here every morning walking. It's nice to do it and get the blood flowing. Jenna, hello. Welcome in to the stream. My name is Dave. You joining in about, oh, I don't know, 2/3 to 3/4 of the way through my walk. I've been doing this every day now for 20 days, or this is the 20th day of me coming out and taking a 2-mile walk in the morning just to get started. I'm more than happy to have you here. Very grateful for you being here. If you would, double tap that screen and give me a like. And if you'd like, check out some of my content on my YouTube page. I got quite a bit of stuff, quite a few videos up. I think I'm up over 70 some videos now. And if you like what you see, definitely subscribe to the channel. I've been saying lately that all of my any subscription, or if you subscribe, it's backed by a 200% money back guarantee. So if you don't like what you see, I'll give you 200% of your money back that you paid for the subscription. AB, yes, it is 5 in the evening there in your village in India. Your channel is 7K subscribers. Wow. Congratulations. That's great. I don't even have 200, so. Up to 9 likes. Jenna, is this your first time being on my channel? I don't recognize your name if you're still here anyway. You guys have a good day. Still got a few people in here, up to 9 likes. Thank you all very much for that. Definitely appreciate that. For those of you that aren't in the United States, today is holiday for us. I deserve the likes because I walked 2 miles. Thank you. Yeah, today in the U.S. is a holiday for us. It's Labor Day. Celebrate. I think it was a holiday started by the labor unions, but basically to celebrate, the labor, all the laborers that work so hard to build this country. So, yeah. But anymore in America, any holiday it's just a good reason to take a day off work and drink, sadly. And we even take other countries' holidays, St. Patrick's Day from Ireland and Cinco de Mayo from Mexico. So, have a good day, sir. I don't work a 9-to-5 job anymore, so to me it's just another day. Car, you subscribe, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate it. Somebody asked me earlier if I was related to Colonel Sanders from KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I guess because of this little thing. I am not. Wish it was. I'm sure that family's worth quite a bit of money. Worldwide company like that. Had I played in sports in my life, like football or any other sports, I played baseball as a kid. Was on the baseball team my first year of high school, 9th year, and other than that, no. I mean, I enjoy sports. I'll toss a football around or pass a baseball or something like that still, but yeah, never was a big athlete. Captain, how are you, sir? I am fine. How are you? Nice to see you again as well. What were we talking about today? Someone just asked me if I ever played sports. I'm just answering that question. It's day 20 of me being out here for the walks and live streaming from my walk. So September 1st, and oh, there it is. The sun's coming up over my shoulders. Gonna be a beautiful day. Saw a couple of deer earlier, a buck and a doe. A hard question, if you don't mind. Well, depends on the question. But shoot, go ahead. As a Russian, I always wondered what the hell is going on with the USA. I'll tell you what, don't believe what you hear. I'm 90% of what you hear is BS. The way I see. Everyday Americans, these people I'm passing up and walking on the, you lived in the U.S. for 8 years. These people I'm passing on this trail, I mean, they are normal everyday Americans. They are not. Morning.
Morning.
They are not extreme and all that you see. I mean, the way the media portrays. Connor, you're 9. I am 65. But the way the media portrays America right now is that we are so divided, but we're not. We're really not.
No. So what happened to that 20?
Good morning.
Yeah, I just. But anyway, hey.
That's why we like watching.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of drug addicts in some of our major cities. There's definitely a joking you're 25. Okay. There's a lot of problems with drugs in our major cities. But the thing is, nobody's doing anything about it. I saw a news, I'm not going to get into a whole lot of politics, but I saw a news reporter and they were talking about the cleanup in Washington, D.C. and how they were moving all the homeless people out. And the reporter, at the end of his report, and he's talking about, oh my goodness, there's all these police here moving all these people out of these parks and all this, and they're forcing people to leave. But at the end of his report said, just happened to mention, oh yeah, there's some churches and some charitable organizations here helping the homeless. Well, that's how it should be happening. That should be happening every day. That's what it's, my opinion is, that's what churches and these charitable organizations are supposed to be doing, is helping the homeless. I mean, they may have another mission other than that, but, I don't know. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about politics. Yeah, Captain, we'll go ahead and just stop it right there, all right, buddy? If you don't mind. I don't want this to be a political channel. There are problems just like any place else in the world. Some people are just insensitive to other people. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. All right, buddy? I don't want to turn this into a political debate or a political channel at all. So, this is about living life as a 65-year-old man and how I'm struggling to get through life every day. Not necessarily, I mean, there's good days, obviously. Great things. Say your name and you'll subscribe. Okay, yeah. I'm not a trained monkey. There are disrespectful people. All walks of life, all over the world. So, I agree with you there. Dragon trainer, good man. Thank you. I hope to be. A lot of people worry about their legacy and about being rich and leaving all kinds of money to families or charities and all that. And I just want someone to say at my funeral that I was a good man. That's all I need. So thank you for that. That means a lot. I was able to say that at my father's funeral, so that's all that matters to me. All right, Captain, that's it, buddy. I don't want to talk about it. This is not a political channel. There's plenty of channels out there, and I'm not trying to shoo you away or anything, but I'm not going to discuss my political beliefs or anything like that on this channel. It's just my life beliefs, and from that you can glean anything that you want as far as where I stand politically, but I'm going to talk about my life beliefs. So, and that's what I'm about. The motto of this channel is to get busy living, from the movie Shawshank Redemption, and where he says we have a choice. We can either get busy living or we can get busy dying. And for too long, the last probably 2 to 3 years, I've been busy dying, just thinking I'm old and going to die soon. No point in worrying about anything anymore. But it's not a life to live. So I'm choosing to get busy living and enjoying what years I do have left. Got things I got to get accomplished to be able to fully enjoy them. And that's what my channel is about, is getting some things done in my life, completing some things so that I can do stuff. If you look at the thumbnail from my page, or for this walk this morning, if you look at that thumbnail, it's got a picture of a Jeep Cherokee towing a little camper. That's my dream. I created that on AI. That's not mine, but that's my dream, is to own that by next summer and be traveling the United States in that. So just believe in God. Lester, hello. You just woke up. Bran, good morning. Woke up, sorry I'm late. Okay, well, good morning to both of you. Brian Turner. Hey, Lester. Captain, read about God? Absolutely. But yeah, I'm not going to get into politics and criticizing one side or the other or a group of people at all. I'm going to talk about everybody all over the world, and how you can live a better life, regardless of politics. It doesn't matter who's in Washington, D.C., or who's leading the world, the country, anything. None of that matters. It matters what's going on right here in your head, or in your heart, and in your head. Those are the only two places that matter: Washington, D.C., or the state capital, or the capital of whatever country you're in. Who's there doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. You control everything, not them. What state am I in? I'm in Georgia. Yeah, you always got to be a good person. Just be friendly to people. I mean, I do gig work and I do shopping at Walmart and deliveries for Walmart, and I'll walk through the store sometimes and there's people that just got this big scowl on their face. Gas is around $2.50, $2.60 a gallon is where averaging. But yeah, there's people walking through Walmart that just got a big scowl on their face, and you say hi to them and they just look at you and don't say anything. All right, I don't have time for you. I'll move on to the next person. Then I smile and say hi to the next person, and they'll smile back and ask me how I'm doing. And it's they're pleasant people. So be that pleasant person. I mean, if someone says hi to you, if they're taking the time and they're encouraged just to say hi to you, I mean, what's the harm in saying hi back to them and smiling back at them? Much easier to do that than to be grumpy and grouchy all day. Yeah, buddy, in Georgia, cost of living is ridiculous there, and it's not bad. It's not bad here. Part of the reason I'm down here is because real estate prices several years ago were cheap, and I bought a house down here to fix up, and that's why I'm still here. I should have been gone a long time ago, but I'm still here with that house. So, but yeah, I bought a real cheap house down here. Atlanta, I guess, is ridiculous, but I'm not in Atlanta. So, Bren, you agree? That's just, I don't know, that's the philosophy I live by. Life's too damn short to be screwing around with negative people and worrying about every little detail of everybody else's life. I got enough to worry about myself. I don't have time we're worrying about everybody else's life. Close to Macon, decided to stay his living there with nothing. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm close to Macon too. I'm just south of Macon. When I first arrived in the U.S., a gallon of gas cost $1.10 U.S. dollars. When I left, it was $4.10. Yeah, well, I mean, when I first started driving, gas was 56 cents a gallon. I remember it well because I worked at the gas station. And my first car had a 67 Mustang, and I could fill that car up for under $10. But that was 1976. 2000 to 2008. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, price of gas obviously is going to go up. But to think about, okay, so from 2000, you say it was $1.10, and so 25 years later, it's at $2.50. That's not too bad. Yeah, 56 cents a gallon when I first started driving. And premium gas was like 76 cents a gallon. Used to be this real cute little blonde that used to drive in a Volkswagen, old Volkswagen Beetle. And the first time she came in that I saw her, she handed me a $10 bill and said, put $10 worth of gas in that. And I just laughed at her because there's no way that a car would have held 10 gallons of gas, or $10 worth of gas. I mean, that would have been 20 gallons. You could fill up a truck with 20 gallons of gas. So, do I have questions for you? Sure. You can tell me where you're from, what you do for a living, how old you are, those kinds of things. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got me a cup of coffee. If you want to keep talking, that's fine with me. I'll definitely keep talking for a little while. Let's not be so extreme with 1976. Why? I mean, 1976 was only 2 years removed from the big gas embargo that we had here in the United States. You're a tram driver, 42 years old, in Russia. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm a retired jack of all trades. And semi-retired, I guess. I still work, and I probably always will, just to give me something to do. Yeah. But yeah, 1976 is only 2 years removed from the big gas embargo that we had here in the United States, where there was lines for gas, and you could only buy gas on depending on, I forget how it worked, but you could either buy it on an odd number day or an even number day, and there were lines miles long. Lester, I haven't got my coffee yet. You used to live in Jacksonville, Florida for 8 years. Okay, yeah, my brother was in Jacksonville. Dragon trainer, 27, born and raised and living in North Carolina. I've been between jobs trying to put my best foot forward. Well, good luck to you on the job situation. Anymore, there's so many ways to make money, and I've been seeing some videos popping up in my feed about all kinds of different ways of making money, either online or reselling is something I used to do. Used to buy clearance stuff at Walmart and sell it on eBay, or now you got Facebook Marketplace. It didn't really have that then. Clearance stuff at Walmart, or garage sale stuff. Lester, that's in the chat here, he does that. He lived in the mountains in his younger days. Yeah, Lester does reselling. I think he does more collecting than reselling, but I used to do that. I used to buy stuff at thrift stores and garage sales and clearance items and stuff like that and resell. So scrap metal, plasma donation, can get at least 800 a month. That's not a living, you know. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. And I've done plasma donation. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Um, and it's not really the whole needle thing. It's more the time thing than anything else, and the inconvenience of it. But it takes pretty much. I mean, for me, it would take like a half a day, pretty much, because I'd have to, make sure I got plenty hydrated, which I normally am not, and so I'd have to take time to drink plenty of water, eat some protein and stuff like that before you went, so you would pass their little test before you even could donate plasma. Ren, wish I lived in the mountains. Aren't you worried about being cloned after giving your blood? Yeah. Yeah, that's the least of my concerns. Believe me, if they looked me up and looked at my history, they said, yeah, we don't want no one of them around here. Yeah, answering their 200 questions every time. That is a thing. That is a thing. Yeah, and the chips that they injected into you during the COVID vaccine and all that. Yeah, and all the conspiracy theories. That stuff's been going on for ever and ever. I remember my grandmother telling me that when she was a kid, that they had to move because they were installing telephone lines behind her house, directly behind her house, and her father would not live there with the telephone lines because he was afraid of like radiation or something coming off those telephone lines and affecting his family. So they actually moved because they were putting telephone lines, which nowadays we don't even have anymore. I'm sure, well, they got fiber optic cables and more stuff like that, but yeah, they moved because of telephone lines. Mountains, cabins, lake, and a few dogs. That would be a great life. I agree. Hollywood screaming with all rap singers about people being cloned. Look at Eminem. I can't give blood because of my heart condition. But Dragon, yeah, there's all kinds of ways that you can make money. Picking up stuff on the side of the road. They're in the walls, man. Yeah. Yeah, they're monitoring. Yeah, they do. I mean, that's another thing. They used to talk all the time about, well, they're going to insert, microchips in all of us. Well, they didn't have to. They just gave us one, and we carry one in our hands or in our back pocket all day long. I mean, they figured out a way to do it without actually bringing us in to inject us with microchips. We just carry them around for them now. Yeah, and they put us all into an algorithm, exactly. Yeah, it's funny that, you talk about something and then next thing you know, you're getting ads for it on your phone. You just mentioned something in a conversation, not even on your phone. Anyway, I got people watching now. Well, shoot, golly gee, 12 people watching. I got 10 likes. All because we're talking about this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not changing my channel, believe me. It's going to be more about life in general. First time you pricked your finger in school science class, I passed out. From the side of the blood, Lester? I remember in 9th grade health class. Go with the trend. No. Captain, let me say it one more time. No. Yeah, ninth grade health class. There was a kid, and I don't know what happened, but they started with sex education, if that's what you want to call it. And every time that they said a particular word, and I won't repeat it here, but every time they said a particular word, he passed out. Just boom, just fell out of his chair and passed out. Old guy hustle is a trend now, absolutely. I thought of a movie scene while mowing the lawn, and it got recommended to me on YouTube like 3 hours later, just thinking about it. Yeah, yeah. Had a spell from your heart, had a seizure. Oh my God, yeah, sex education. That's what they called it. That's what they called it. Well, it was called health class, but they had a small section where they supposedly taught us sex education, and it basically just talked about how things are done, or not. No, I didn't mean to say that. It talked about how things happen, and how babies come into the world in ninth grade. In ninth grade, I mean, please. Nowadays, ninth graders are, well, practicing it, not just learning about it. So, Lester, you remember that class? Brandon's laughing at me. But like the specific scene of a specific movie that I hadn't seen in like 2 decades. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny how they do that kind of stuff. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Should I turn my channel into a conspiracy theory channel? uh, the thing is that Lester graduated high school in 1996. I was supposed to graduate in 1978. Did not. Joined the Air Force, got my GED, and in what, 1983, somewhere around there. And after 7 years in the Air Force, I left with 3 college degrees. So 2 associates and a bachelor's degree. So Captain, you graduated in 2000. I have a daughter that graduated in 2000. Your mom graduated in 1969, Woodstock year. She was one of those hippies back in Woodstock. When I think I was 30, and I worked with a bunch of younger people, 19, 20-year-olds. And I went to one of their houses. Actually, it was really weird. I was 30 years old, and I went to this kid's house, and it was actually a parent's house. His parents were out of town for the weekend, so he was having a big party at his house, which was really weird. It was like going back to high school. But anyway, I showed up at his house, and we're partying for a while, and everybody's getting pretty buzzed, and I was out of place there because everybody knew that I was older. And this girl came over and sat down next to me, and she's like, "So how old are you?" And I said, "I think I was 30 then." It was 29 or 30, but I said, 30. And they were like, "Wow, were you at Woodstock?" and I just started laughing. I was 9 years old when Woodstock happened, and so no, I was. If I would have been at Woodstock, my parents would have had to take me. So. It was just funny, but I just said, yeah, I was there. I was a roadie for Jimi Hendrix, and she believed it. So, honestly, turn it into growing plants, fishing, pulling your future camper around in your future Jeep. We'll still be here. Absolutely, absolutely. That's the plan. Brian, you graduated in 87. 87, my youngest was born in 1987, and I actually graduated I got my bachelor's degree in 1987. So at 27 years old. Good pension? No. Um, I've got, I don't have a pension. I have savings. Um, growing food sounds nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, go buy a tomato at a store and go pick a tomato straight off a vine out of someone's backyard garden. It's a world of difference. The flavor and the texture of it. Imagine him growing food on top of a camper van. Lester, she was a hippie, gave Peter Noon her hippie beads at his concert. Cool. Did I retire with honors? I didn't officially retire. I mean, from the military, I did 8 years in the active duty Air Force and a couple years in the Air National Guard. But yeah, I was discharged, honorable discharge. My Uncle Doug used to say he went to school with any famous person you'd name. Oh, Marilyn Monroe. I went to college with her, you know. I was in the Air Force. Yeah, I was in the Air Force. Did not retire from the Air Force, though. Never had a vegetable straight out of a garden. Oh my goodness. It just grow some tomatoes in a container on your patio. The difference in flavor between a store-bought tomato and just one you pick off the vine, just a world of difference. Dragon, you're welcome. It was an honor to serve. You got Peter Noon's autograph. Cool. Yeah, there's just the difference of garden grown vegetables versus the stuff you buy in a grocery store. The tomatoes from the grocery store just have no flavor to them at all. You got to buy, even the ones they claim are organic. They're not really, from what I understand. But you're better off going to a farmer's market and finding a local grower, local farmer that just grows them in their backyard. And just, I used to, when I grew down here, when I grew tomatoes, I used to just walk out to the garden with a salt shaker and pick tomatoes and just shake some salt on them, eat them right there in the garden. Didn't even wash them. They got watered every day, so they got hosed down from anything. I didn't use any kind of chemicals to grow them or anything. So honestly, start with spices: rosemary, basil, lemon, thyme, and chives are easy to grow. Yeah, they are. Yeah, eventually maybe I'll invest in some better gear, but right now, I'm just doing everything on my Android. If you feel like you have a brown thumb, it has been hard to find cucumbers here because there hasn't been any rain. Okay. Wouldn't have to hold the smartphone in front of my face, yeah. Opposed to a green thumb. Yeah. The first time I ever tried to plant a garden, I tried to start seeds inside and failed miserably with them. They get real long and leggy and end up just falling over and dying before they actually get any true leaves on them. And so just kind of playing around with it, it's something that you gotta mess with. And if you fail at starting from seed, you can always go to the store and buy. I'd go to a garden or a nursery, not Lowe's or Walmart, but you can always go buy already started plants. So I've done that a few times. Didn't start my tomatoes soon enough, so go to nursery and just buy already potted tomato plants and put them in the ground. What I do for my hobby, right now I don't really have any kind of hobby. I'd say that it's woodworking. Um, I am trying to focus on fixing up this house and getting it sold and moving back home to Ohio. So I love the weather down here. Love the short and warm winters. Not looking forward to spending a winter in Ohio, but my mother's up there. She's still alive, and I want to try to spend the rest of her life with her as much time as I can. She is starting to lose her memory. She lives with my sister, and my sister sent me a message the other day, told me that my mother was asking about, telling my sister that they needed to get over to my grandma's house and start cleaning out my grandma's house. My grandma's been dead since 1980, so. Yeah, my mom's 91, so. Lots of great people in Ohio. Lots of great people from Ohio. John Glenn's from Ohio. Neil Armstrong's from Ohio. There's been some presidents. For a while, Ohio was #1 state for presidents. Yeah, my mom's memory has been going for a while, so you lived in Ohio for like 6 months. Make sure you're getting good car insurance. Almost got into like 14 car accidents in that time. Yeah, depends on where you're at, but yeah, it's bad down here in Georgia sometimes too. At least where I'm at, people don't stop for red lights. It's like a 30-second rule after the light changes red that they can still go through. If I'm sitting at a light and I get the green light, as soon as I get the green light, I stop. I look both ways before I pull out into traffic. I think Neil was like, Captain, you're conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory. I actually met Neil Armstrong, and yes, I do believe he was there. He was from a small town, probably, I don't know, it's about 60, 70 miles away from where I grew up, Wapakoneta, Ohio. And he was there they had a museum there, and he was there at the dedication to the museum, and I forget what I was doing at the time, but I was involved in some kind of organization and actually met Neil Armstrong. And then later on, I was a delivery driver for DHL, kind of like UPS and FedEx, and I delivered, one particular route that I would run every once in a while, I would deliver stuff to his house. So, give you at least that. Some people say that was already a colony on the moon at the time Neil went there. Who knows? Yeah, who does know? I ended up with all my mom's stuff and the family stuff. Cool beans, yeah. Yeah. Conspiracies are nice. They're fun to laugh at, I think. You know, and there's things that I believe that, especially nowadays, that aren't real. COVID wasn't real. There you go. That'll open up a freaking can of worms. But there's all kinds of stuff out there, and whether you believe it or not is up to you. So. Love all the space stuff. Crazy to think the father things we've sent out was a manhole. You notice most of them come true. Some of them have been proven. Sure. They'll never prove one way or another whether we landed on the moon. They'll never prove one way or another who shot JFK. They'll never prove who was on Epstein Island, just to bring up a recent topic. You apologize for your grammar, been a long time. Oh, the farthest, yeah. Yeah, the space junk alone that we got, I think Elon Musk talked about that. Well, Elon Musk, didn't he send a Tesla into space with a camera on it? I mean, all that stuff just floating around Earth. Eventually, it's all going to come back down. I think. I don't know. But I'm from Dayton, Ohio. That's where I grew up, and the birthplace of aviation. And there's the Air Force Museum there. And so there's a lot of stuff about, the beginning of aviation, because the Wright brothers are from Dayton. And but it's the Air Force Museum, the official Air Force Museum. So there's a lot of stuff there about, the Air Force and the space program and all that. So it's pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see. I actually have a video on here of going to the Aviation Museum here on my YouTube channel. So check that out. We're not going to the moon until there's financially gaining reason to do it. Yeah, well, now probably not. What's one thing you'd change about yourself if you could go back in time? Yeah, I'm not going there. I have a lot of regrets in my life, but I don't want to talk about them. So. CGI for Elon's Tesla up in space. Yeah, hard to tell. Hard to tell. It's like the guy that jumped out of the spaceship and free fell. Yeah, there's no point in dwelling on regrets. I mean, I could make you a list a mile long of things that I wish I would have done differently, but probably okay. Let's just put it this way. I wish I would have stayed in the Air Force and retired from the Air Force rather than getting out at 8 years. I wish I would have stuck it out and stayed in the Air Force, active duty Air Force. Chinese claim that they landed on the dark side of the moon and they are mining helium. Okay. There's no sin worse than another if you know it's a sin. Yeah, okay. I got a 2013 99 Impressionism shirt yesterday. I don't know what that is, Lester. Not sure what that is. I miss any comments? Yeah, I feel bad about North Carolina stealing the first in flight from Ohio because of the Wright brother building it here. Yeah, there's a guy that's on another stream, and he comes in mine every once in a while. He's from North Carolina, or he lives in North Carolina. I think he's originally from like Connecticut. But yeah, he's they claim their license plates say first in flight, and Ohio's license plates say birthplace of aviation. Matter of fact, yeah. Right there above or below Ohio, birthplace of aviation. So they got all kinds of sayings on there. But yeah, I still have Ohio tags on my vehicle. What is that, Lester? Trevor, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you here. That's West Virginia. It's for lovers, isn't it? Looks like heart of it and stuff. Good to see you in here, Trevor. I'm going a lot longer than I normally do on my live streams this morning. I've been back from walking now for, golly, over a half hour. And we just started talking. And Got a few people have been in here. Leo, good morning. Welcome. It's cool to see all the plates from all the different states. Yeah, when I'm out driving, driving up the road, I drive back and forth to Ohio from down here in Georgia, and yeah, I watch for plates. It's really funny because um, let's see. Leo says good morning. I said morning to you, Leo. And New York supposed to be birthplace of the Navy, is it? Bren says good morning to you, Leo. Retired from Alaska here. Morning. Good morning, Purse Bar for life. Trevor, you live in Ohio? Yeah, I'm from Ohio. I grew up in Dayton, and live north of Ohio now, or have a house north of Ohio. Good morning, good morning. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you, thank you. What was I talking about? That's where your brother's wife used to, I guess, live. I forget what I was talking about just now. Oh yeah, all different license plates. Yeah, when I drive up to Ohio, it's pretty cool to see all the different license plates as I'm heading north, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and into Ohio. It's really funny because there's a lake in the middle of the state of Tennessee that a lot of people from the Dayton area, Dayton, Ohio area, they all have lake houses down there, and a lot, especially contractors. I don't know why, but contractors just love that place down there. And it's funny to see when I'm heading north and I go through that, after I go through that area, I just start seeing Ohio license plates everywhere. Probably more Ohio license plates than Kentucky. So Vermont, it says Green Mountain State. Dayton, Ohio, yes. Do you think that if you got drafted, you could do the same work you did before as you did before? If I got drafted, I'm way too old to be drafted. I yeah, that's a good way to get blocked. The career field I had in the Air Force did not translate to civilian world at all, not at all. So, hypothetically, yeah, 57 won't let you go live. It takes up to 48 hours, I think, before you can go live. Once you hit your 50, I think I saw just that you just now hit 50. So, I've been thinking about. I was on not a stream, but I was watching a video, and a guy about my age was talking about just the state of the world, and lack of respect in our country anymore. And I was thinking that maybe we should reinstate the draft and make a mandatory 2-year service. Go through military training, and then you got 2 years requirement to serve the National Guard, not active duty, but National Guard, and use the National Guard for local communities, helping the local communities out, make it a public service type thing, and I think that would help. I think that would help. I don't know. Kushum, I don't. You're gonna get blocked. It takes 24 hours for you to get live stream. For me, it took me about a week because my YouTube channel thing won't work at the time. I hit 50 subs on Friday, and someone unfollowed, and Saturday I had 50 again. Trevor says I'm the best. Thank you. I'm lagging. All right, well, sorry, you're slow typer, still not used to the touch screen keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, beep, boop. Hello. Have seen a direct video bridge from one of the cities of Europe to another. I mean, everyone's showing each other a middle finger and flashes their asses. Yeah. I've seen one where I think there's one like in New York City that goes to like Ireland or something. And yeah, one of the very first things on there was some stupid girl walked up to it and just flashed her boobs on it, and they had to shut it down for like a week because of that. So stupid, 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 stupid. Boring channel anyway. Bye bye, Kushim. Let's see. Yeah. If you think I'm boring, then what the hell are you doing here? Bye bye. Yeah, they have a few of them. Kushim is hating. Yeah, whatever. That's the first person I've ever actually banned from my channel. So I guess if you stay on here long enough, you get that. So anyway, I'm glad the rest of you are here. Gosh, I got 9 people watching. I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. Hi Sue, how are you? Yeah, happy September. Let's see. That's a woman who walks by my house every day, and I've been seeing her out on the trail during my walks. You're fun. You're a lot more fun than I am. Oh, that's terrorists. Don't mind them. Yeah, I don't. Need to set someone as a mod within the next few streams. Yeah, like I said, that's the first time I've had to do it. Friendly neighbor, yes, she is. She's very nice. She used to wave to me all the time. I'd see her all the time walking by, and she'd wave as she walked by. I'd never met her in person until I started walking the trail every day, and then I ran into her. I think second day I was walking, and actually stopped and talked to her, and learned her name and everything. So yeah, I see her all the time on the trail now. So, and she's just walking by. It's true, you are more fun than I am. Yeah, I got more experience. I can tell. I got more silly things that happened to me in my life. So I can tell more silly stories. My friend got banned on the other app for using a pair of garden shears. Really? I hope I don't, because I've been using garden shears in all my videos. So. Sue, yeah. I haven't seen her out on the trail probably in about a week. But yeah, that's the first time I've seen her in a few days. Like the great George Carlin once said, does she have any... I don't know what you're saying there. Sometimes you hate YouTube. It was TikTok. Well, I'm not on there, so I got banned off another person's live for cutting my own hair on their stream. Really? I hate YouTube sometimes too. Dragon trainer putting his hands up. Yeah, I'm not sure what you were saying there, Captain. Get me some more coffee, or at least warm this up. I'm lagging from Mita. Thanks for letting me know. I can't really do anything about it. Captain, dude, no. Okay, I just deleted your message, but don't, yeah, I don't need that on here. Definitely don't need that. It's just what I was doing at the time and got banned because scissors are dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beep boop. Agrees with me, Captain. Don't do that. Just yet. Captain, god damn it. Now you're making me cuss. Stop it. That's your final warning right there. You're gonna get banned from my channel completely. Seriously. Don't need that. I don't care if it's a quote or not. There's all kinds of quotes that you can say, I mean, but I don't care if it's a quote or not. We don't need to talk like that on here. He said, I don't care. I mean, Eddie Murphy said a lot of stuff on an HBO special too, but I'm not going to say it here. Dragon Trainer. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Nah. Bye. Hope you have a great day. I have to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much. Okay, you're a man. You couldn't resist. All right, fine. I'm a man too. And a straight man. And I understand, but yeah. I do live. Believe me, I live, but that's inappropriate, dude. It's see ya. See ya. God damn. Got me cussing and everything. Dragon, I agree. Bren, wow. Yeah, okay, it's freedom. All right, and my freedom is not to allow it on my channel, so. This is my channel. And I get to decide. So, there you go. Absolutely, it's freedom. You're free to say whatever you want to say. But I'm also free to block you. So, I'm free to not allow it here with me. I'll walk away from it or block you, whatever it might be. So, you can go out and did I get you a coffee? You can go out and say it in the public square. Go right in the middle of downtown and start screaming all kinds of 3 and 4 letter words. And I don't care. You go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. But when you're chatting on my stream with a bunch of nice people that I got here, yeah, I can control that. Lester, I did not get you any coffee. I got me some more. And that is it. It's a nice breezy day today. It's going to be a good day to work in the yard. Let's get off this. Let's change the topic here. I need to get done with a lot of stuff. You can still see I got quite a bit of cleanup to do just in the front yard. I gotta just, make the curb appeal better. There's been like 2 characters that have made their way in the stream thus far, and it's interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. It's the first, real problems that I've had on this channel. Sorry, I'm looking for my spider. That's what I'm looking for, Lester. I'm looking to see if I see him. I put him in these bushes right here. But I haven't seen him. I put him in there a few days ago. I saw him like a day later. He was building a web, and but I looked for him yesterday and didn't see him. I'm sure he's in there somewhere. He can hide pretty good. So, but yeah, he's definitely gone. Definitely gone from my door. I didn't like him having him there. Need to ask Sue or a sitter-friendly neighbor if they got some respectful kids to help with yard work. It's what I did as a young teen. Yeah. Sue is probably older than I am, I think. So she's probably got, like I do, she probably has adult grandchildren. So I have asked. I actually had. I hired a couple people to come and help me a while back. The first two, I was going to pay them $20 an hour, and I told them I'd give them 10 hours a week worth of work, and they could work 10 hours. I'd pay them $200, and just straight cash. And the first two people that agreed to do it never showed up on the day they were supposed to. And the third one showed up in the morning. Wasn't really working real hard. And came up and knocked on my door, told me he was going to go get something to eat. And I never saw him again. So, for me to will you stream at 2050? No. What's 2050? 10 minutes till 9 o'clock? Why? But yeah, I had, and they were, I mean, the one guy, I mean, he was probably in his 30s and just never showed up. And then the guy that did work was early 20s probably. And he was working, he was getting some stuff done. But the thing is, he worked for 4 hours. And he showed up about, I don't know, probably about 9 o'clock. And then about 1 o'clock, he said that he was going to go get something to eat. And I was like, okay, fine. You know, and I told him, you know, I'm not going to control your hours. You show up when you show up. But you work 10 hours, I'll pay you $200. And, you know, just knock on my door when you get here, knock on my door when you leave. And that way I know what times you're going to be here. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, he knocked on the door, said he was going to go get something to eat, and he just never showed back up. Left all my tools just sitting out by the road because he was using my tools. Left all my tools just laying out by the road. I didn't appreciate that much, but I didn't pay him. I never had to pay him because he never came back. So, I mean, he could have got $40 out of me. I mean, if he didn't want to keep working, all he had to do is tell me and just say, you know, I'm not going to do this. You know, I work 4 hours. Will you pay me for the hours I worked? And I would have given him $40 cash. No problem at all. Anyway, yeah, I gave up after that. Dragon trainer, I worked as a handyman for years. I'd be lucky if I got you as a customer, to be fair. Some people just don't want to work anymore. Some can't. Like me, I want to work. Yeah. I mean, in my 50s, I would outwork most teenagers. Well, I worked at Lowe's for a long time, and for about 10 years. And the majority of the time I worked there, I was in contractor sales, so down in lumber, in that area. So I mean, I'd end up helping people load up lumber and concrete bags and stuff like that. And yeah, there was a kid half my age, played on the football team at the high school, and maybe less than half my age. But yeah, he played on the football team, and we had to load up a bunch of concrete one time. I don't know, it was like 20 bags or something. And he got tired after 4 or 5 bags, 80-pound bags of concrete. He's like, oh man, I don't know about this. This is too much. Dude. They just want to stay home and play video games. Yeah. Sit and watch videos about how to get rich online and then never do it. And I understand that. I do it. I've done it. I'll sit and watch videos about traveling and stuff and cleaning up yards and stuff like that. And clearly by the looks of my yard, I haven't done it. So I understand that, but I'm 65 and I'm tired. All right, listen, I've been live for more than an hour and a half. I think I'm going to get off of here. I do appreciate everybody that's come in this morning. We went almost an extra hour this morning on the live stream. Dragon used to work warehousing, moved like 2,000 jugs of Blue Death a day and saw people come and go. Yeah. Like me cleaning my house. Yeah, Lester. Like you cleaning your house. You can watch videos about it all day long though, couldn't you? Other people cleaning the houses. But yeah, anyway, yeah. Thanks for talking with me. Brent, I appreciate you coming by and spending time with me. It's been a pleasure. We worked on a boat. Yeah, almost an hour, 40 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I do appreciate everybody. 14 likes today. That's great. Y'all have a fantastic day because I'm going to. Bye.